Hello, hello, I'm back. I'm back. Something on my screen. I'm back. She's back. Hello, hello, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Let's see who pops on. Yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Drink. Okay. Oh, I got Pepsi in my face. Oh, she's frothy. Hi. Ugh, Diet Pepsi mishap. What's going on? It's really fizzy. My Diet Pepsi can's gone loco. I'm just popping on to say hey. I have some time to kill. Hang out and chat. We had fun yesterday and um case discussions, whatever. Hang out. Let's hang out. It's getting cold here. It's cold here and the rain is coming. The rain is coming. Here comes the rain. Do 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 do. The rain's coming. The rain's coming, y'all. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're getting rain. We're supposed to have rain coming. It's like 59 degrees in West Virginia. It's cloudy. It's blustery. That's why I'm all bundled up. And the leaves are falling. The leaves are turning color, but it's just like a gray, overcast day. It's one of those days where you want to like make some, chicken noodle soup and put a good Halloween movie on and put on your cozy socks and get your cozy blanket and make a fire and just cozy, just be warm and cozy, fuzzy wuzzies. So I'm gonna minus the soup, probably do that later. But anyway, here we are. I digress. I confess. So this morning I got up around was some ungodly hour, 5 a.m. Help me, Jesus. I got up super early, made coffee, took a shower, drove my daughter to the bus stop in the dark, which is real scary because the bus stop is out in the middle of nowhere, and that's always fun. It's kind of like a scene from some axe murderer movie. Anyway, and then this morning I put out haunted story time. did the haunted story time in One Bad Terror your podcast, and then caught up on my other work, and here we are. I'm raring to go. So I'm all bundled up. I have my sweatshirt on and my knitted crocheted hat, or it's not even a hat. It's like a band that my aunt knitted for me years ago because it's chilly. It's chilly willies, and I got my big long comfy socks on that I stole from my daughter that she doesn't wear. Here we are. And Halloween's in 5 days, which I love. I'm all excited, and I hope it doesn't rain on Halloween, but you never know. You never know what could happen. I think Halloween falls on a, whoops, is Halloween on Sunday? Yeah. Wow, Halloween's on Sunday this year. No kidding. Isn't that something? Why was I thinking Halloween was on Monday? I was thinking Halloween falls on Monday this year. It's on Sunday, y'all. It's on Sunday, y'all. So Halloween's on Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. Each month, for those who watch this back or tune in or whatnot, each month I offer a prosperity, luck, good fortune group service on my business website, and I do it every first of each month. And I'll post the link to that. It's a group service, Prosperity, Luck, Good Fortune group service, November 1st. And I have 3 spots available. So I'll post that in chat. Good morning, Kathy. Just for anyone who's interested or wants to check that out. How are you? And I also have sales right now on my readings are 25% off. They've been 25% off all month in my shop. And they end on the 1st. I'll post that. Are you good? Wonderful. Thanks for joining. I just realized Halloween's on Sunday, not Monday. I don't know why I kept thinking it was on a Monday. It's on Sunday. So it's coming. I'm excited. My daughter's a little too old now to trick or treat, but she still gets into the Halloween spirit, which is really cool. I'm glad that she's not lost that yet. So she's not lost that zest, her Halloween zest feeling. You're great. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Wonderful. I'm great too. I just wanted to pop on and say hi. I was able to yesterday and I was able to today, which is a miracle. And I don't know if I will be tomorrow. Probably not. Because I hadn't come on for like 2 weeks. And I've had time to do it today. So, and yesterday. Is this your first time seeing me live? Really? Wow. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you caught a live. That's good. That's awesome. How did you find me, Kathy? Did you see a video I always like to know how people find my channel, like, what video were you watching, or was it a true crime case? How did you find me? I always like to ask, or I'm curious as how people came to find me. I don't know if I hope my connection stays good. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I got to reply back to one of my mods emailed me. It was in chat yesterday, and I just checked my email. I never check Diary of a Mystic emails. If you email me, it may take a few days because I never check it. And then periodically I'll check it because I don't have it set to alerts. And I'm like, oh, whoops. Hello. Hello. You're obsessed with crime cases? What crime case in particular are you obsessed with? Gabby Petito, yeah. I am as well. I'm still um I know everything's focused right now on Brian Laundrie and all this weirdness with him, and but yeah. In fact, I was watching this morning, I was watching somebody had created, they edited Nomadic Static's van life video and took Brian out of it and just kept Gabby in it. And I was like, this is pretty cool. So I watched that, and then I rewatched the Nomadic Static van life video that Gabby had put together. And uh and that video has had like over 6 million views. Hi, Pug Life. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. Thank thank you, Pug Life. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Nicole Simpson, Lacey Peterson, Kelsey Barrett. I've done when Kelsey Barrett was going on, I have a bunch of videos on Kelsey. I remember the Lacey Peterson case from years ago. I was very obsessed with that. Of course, we all lived through the Nicole Simpson um, tragedy. Casey Anthony, yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, girl. You're not old in your 60s. That's still young. That's not old at all. That is not old at all. Well, let's see. In 4 months, I'll be 49. So I'm right behind you. I'm like, I was thinking this morning, I'm like, wow, my 40s have been interesting. I wonder what my 50s are going to look like. I hope they're more, more as much fun as my 40s have been, but less drama and people in their 40s still live in drama, drama, rama. I'm like, oh my God, when is it going to end? Okay. Yeah. These cases you rarely hear people talk about, and some and the news, the media, and I think quite a few YouTubers, especially female YouTubers who have true crime channels, do highlight the fact that these are domestic violence cases, and especially with Gabby Petito. I know that when her family did the interview with Dr. Phil, I guess it was Dr. Phil, and her father was talking about how there were no red flags. He never saw any red flags between Gabby and Brian. And many times the victim will obviously protect the abuser out of shame or embarrassment, or, you know, wanting to protect what they have with that person, thinking, well, it's just he's having a bad day or a bad moment, or, maybe this won't happen again, or he's trying to change, or she's trying to change, because it's just not male perpetrators that are abusers, it's females too. So she's so young. Gabby was so young. Uh, I think it's kind of shocking when you hear that young people are in these abusive relationships. But my first abusive relationship, the taste of one that I had, I was 19 years old. And I didn't come from an abusive household. My father wasn't abusive. I didn't witness abuse in the home. And I suddenly found myself with this abusive man. And it was quite startling and shocking because you're like, whoa, what is this? You know? Um, like how did I find myself in this? So anyway, you just don't know. But and I know the Maya Millette case was pretty popular as well. I didn't follow that um as much. And I have missing persons playlist of cases that I've done over the last couple of years that I've read for, that you can check out, of missing persons. And these might be cases you've never heard of, uh, including Kaya Taylor, Lauren Thompson, Naja Farrell. Of course, Carly Gousset was a big one. Her remains were found. Um, Gypsy Kalungi, uh, just a few. So I'll share that as well if you guys want to check out those readings that I've done. But um, Kaya Taylor is one from Florida. And finally, her case, this happened 2 years ago almost, her case is finally starting to pick up traction and was featured on a news program. But some of these missing persons you never hear about ever again. Um, remember Savannah Spurlock was a big one. She was found. Jen Patonis, of course, that was a couple of years ago. Then the Allison Watterson case. There's a bunch of them, and there's a bunch of them that I want to do, but there's also some that I'd like to revisit as well. You know, but it's like how Kaya Taylor happened almost 2 years ago, but she didn't get as much traction whatsoever as much as the Gabby Petito case blew up. And you're kind of like, wow. And I wonder how the families feel about that. I wonder how a family feels when their loved one is missing, and then they see that this missing persons case is so blown up when they're not getting any attention for their loved one at all. It must be so frustrating and kind of like, what the hell, you know? Um, Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, you followed Savannah Spurlock. That was a crazy one. My God. That was that was a really crazy one. But there's so many out there. Summer Wells. Um, and now we have Cleo Smith in Australia. And so there's so many different ones. Oh, the Madison Bell case. She went tanning and met up with, yeah, boyfriend. Whatever happened to her? Whatever happened? Did like Dateline ever interview her family? Like whatever happened to Madison Bell? My God. Madison Bell caused so many people so much anguish. Lord, yeah, Cleo's the 4-year-old little girl from Australia, um, who went missing October 16th in the middle of the night. She was camping with her parents, with her bio mom and the mom's boyfriend, and they also have a little baby together. So that one's blowing up. I did a reading on that. Uh, got a lot of comments on it. Got a lot of comments. Because what I saw is not the popular opinion. So what can I say? Cleo Smith, yeah, I put that one out yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday, I guess. Right, Madison Bell was not the she wasn't the good little girl. She was she had a boyfriend. She lived with her boyfriend with her mother. She had a live-in boyfriend for like 6 years. I was like, no shit, she's going off and meeting her online boyfriend. She's trying to escape her situation. And yeah, she took off with this guy. That's crazy. I did reading on Cleo. Did she do a live on Facebook after everything that happened? I would have loved to seen that. God, when did that go down? Wasn't that just like last year? Maddie was, oh, May of 2020, so it's been a while. Yeah, that was last year. The interesting thing is, in the last 4 months, we kicked off the summer. True Crime Summer began with Summer Wells. The last 2 months, and now the fists primarily to be on the strangeness and mysteries of Brian Laundrie and everything, like the weirdness of that whole situation with Brian Laundrie. I've done readings on Brian, yeah. Everything, if you go to my channel, my main channel page, and just scroll down and you'll see uploads. And if you just keep scrolling to the right, you'll see the readings. You can also just click on videos and you'll see everything pop up. So I did when it came to Gabby, um, I did one initial reading on Gabby, and then a reading on Brian, and I did an updated reading on Brian just recently, and Brian's parents came into both of his readings for me. The weird thing is, and I know other readers as well who also picked up on this, was that Gabby was pregnant. Now, they stated that Gabby's autopsy revealed she wasn't pregnant, but pregnancy came into me for her reading. And, I was thinking back, okay, so if she wasn't pregnant, that also could have been perhaps symbolic for the abundance of not being fertile or pregnant with child, but it also could have been perhaps symbolic of the abundance or wealth that her life form gave to the world. I'm getting a little deep. Do you know what I mean? Because from her death came this birth of awareness or spotlight on domestic violence, and then the birth of the Gabby Petito Foundation, and then do you know what I mean? So her life form, I feel like Gabby Petito's life form, her life presence came to this earth to have such a worldwide impact. And she may have wanted to be famous or to be known on YouTube with her nomadic van lifestyle, but I think that the gifts that she had resonated and became something to help the rest of humanity. I'm going down a real deep rabbit hole, but I really feel that with Gabby Tito's spirit. And you have children, you have kids, you have babies, you have children. Like, am I going to create a monster or am I going to create a miracle of some kind? Or am I going to create a mundane, normal human being that never gets any type of notoriety like that? And I feel like Brian Laundrie was born to be a monster, and Gabby Petito was born to be this miracle. And it was almost like Beauty and the Beast because both of them came together. And I don't know if I'm making any sense, but her life force was so strong that it just impacted the world and captured the world's attention. So I think Summerwell's case isn't going to turn cold. I think it's going to continue on. It seems like it went kind of cold for a while and then it's kind of picked up traction again because Donald Wells likes the spotlight too much. He's already created his YouTube channel with Candace, and I just think Donald doesn't want to be out of the spotlight. Donald likes the attention for some reason. And the attention's to find his daughter, but I think it's a little bit more than that with Donald, quite frankly. I'm pulling my sock up, sorry. Um, you thought she might be pregnant too, yeah. A lot of people did. And quite a few other readers saw that as well. So it's kind of mind boggling. Um, and you know what? if she had been pregnant and the autopsy revealed that, the family maybe could have requested to not reveal that information because I think everybody probably would have lost their shit, you know? Who knows? I don't know. Those readings on Gannon, boy, that was a strange time. That was a really strange time during the Gannon readings. Those readings, but thank you for watching them. Those That was a really strange period for me during the whole Gannon thing. Yeah, I think her life had a real purpose. She had a lot of passion for herself. She's very, very creative. If you watch that van life video, I don't know who did the editing on the video or who did the camera work. It might have been her and Brian, but it's very well done. Very well done. And so she was very talented. And she was young. She's 23. If she would have continued and had been able to continue to have a YouTube channel, she really probably would have seen numbers uh like she's had on that video because she was just really talented. So yeah, the Gannon case was a weird period for me. It was sad. That's very sad. So anyway, so I don't think Summer Wells is gonna go cold completely. I don't think it is. I think there's something more that's gonna come out from that. I also think that something more is gonna come out from this whole thing with Brian Laundrie's parents. Uh, I just think that more is gonna be revealed or more is gonna be looked at or more is gonna be speculated on when it comes to Brian Laundrie's parents. I hate having to wear these glasses all the time, but I have to read them or use them to read comments because everything's blurry. Oh, everything's blurry. I can't see. Anyway, it is what it is. Can't stop it. I think the parents know more information, and I think that they were protecting their son. And I think they also enabled him to uh, get away because even the lawyer slipped, Bertolino even slipped and said, Brian's parents knew that he was grieving. How would they know that his son was grieving or their son was grieving when there was no body found, Gabby wasn't found? How did they know their son was grieving? Grieving from what? So the lawyer let that slip out. I just think that they were protecting him. Summer Wells, when I did readings about Summer, her mother came into the reading real strongly for me, and I think that there was some type of accident through negligence. I don't feel that she was abducted by a stranger or sold. However, Munn was coming into the readings that I was doing about Summer, but I feel that it was either accidental negligence or something to do with money. I don't feel that she was just plucked out of her yard by some random person or someone who was watching the house or stalking or stranger danger type thing. I feel that it was someone, I feel that, and I've always felt this, uh, that her parents know more. Don't get me started on the Queen of Swords pug life. Yeah, Brian's mom does seem like the Queen of Swords, yeah. Oh my god. She was coming up as the Queen of Swords a lot in Brian's reading. Man, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords came into Cleo Smith's reading, and, boy, people telling me that, oh, no. If you watch my live from yesterday, I kinda have a little rant about that. Because the Queen of S I don't read the cards reversed, alright? I never have. But in the reversal of the Queen of Swords, um, you know, the opposite of the upright meaning, she can be somebody who's very manipulative. There's manipulation there. There could be methodical planning. There could be calculation. Somebody who's just downright mean, cruel, critical. Um, and we all possess those traits in some manner. But that also could be a part of a person's personality. You know what I mean? Boy, Queen of Swords. My God. Um, oh Lord. And the Queen of Swords, she's not the most fuzziest one in the group. She's not like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is mother to me. Queen of Swords, she's a bit cold and distant. She's not going to wrap her arms around you with compassion and empathy. She's a little standoffish at times. Hi, Tracy. I know, right? It's a miracle. Um, I probably won't be on tomorrow, so I'm like, I got an opportunity today. So I know 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row with you. So Cleo Smith's, I did see the interview, the partial interview. Yeah. Yeah, the Queen of Swords has experienced pain, trauma, betrayal, loss. She's typically traditionally the divorced woman in the traditional tarot meaning. Okay. She's experienced loss. She's suffered, especially with the element of air, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and her way of communicating. She can be an effective communicator because she doesn't mince words. So what she says is law. She's not going to repeat herself. You know those women? I'm not repeating what I said. Like they just are very blunt and direct. And so in Cleo Smith's reading, that's the first card that came in. That could either A, indicate another person, or it can also be the personality of Cleo Smith's mother. One of her personalities, not that she's Sybil and she has 25 personalities, but it could be one of the traits of who she is. So I got a lot of whack for that. I don't understand why, what the big deal is. Yes, there's straight shooter. There's call a spade a spade. So, you know, people behind closed doors may possess traits or characteristics that they don't show and to other people. even to their close friends or family, even to the public. They may be very different at home. They may be very different behind closed doors. They may be different at their job, then go home and they're a complete jerk at home. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But Cleo Smith, I haven't checked the news updates today, so I don't know anything about what's going on. But I know Cleo's mom did an initial interview, but I don't know if she did any more. Uh, they've done any more interviews. Mother's name is Ellie Smith, and the boyfriend's name is Jake Glidden. And apparently, Cleo's mom has an Instagram, and she's been vocalizing a lot on her Instagram. So if you have Instagram, Ellie Smith is her name. You can find her on Instagram. And because, we're in the United States, we're probably not seeing it broadcasted as much as people who live in Australia. You know how we're seeing more things about buying laundry right now, so we're not really inundated with everything going on with Cleo Smith. But I don't know if there's any updates about Cleo Smith. Focusing on a passenger vehicle and her disappearance. Oh, here we go. Police sees CCTV footage. I'll have seized security footage from a home on the side of a West Australian highway that could help find Cleo Smith. So this must have been from a home that was right across the road from the campsite. Hi, Midwest girl. How you doing? Oh, you listening while you work? I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about the Cleo Smith case in Australia. There's a GoFundMe page has hit 75,000 to help finding her. They believe Cleo was likely kidnapped. I'm glad you're good. It's good to see you. And Cleo is too short to open or reach up to the zipper in the tent. That was another thing too. So hold on a second. Let me shut this door real quick. Ooh, man, it's getting cold out. And she was taken, but she was sleeping right next to her baby. I think it was her baby sister. Apparently, the stepfather, Jake, posted an image of Cleo's missing poster to his Instagram story recently. There are allegedly 20 registered sex offenders in that area, but there were no suspects. Um, anyway, so this one's being talked about. Oh my God. Last night, I'm at the store and I'm on my way home, and my phone goes off, and it's an update from like a YouTube channel I watch that kind of keeps you up to date on stuff, and about Brian Laundrie's mom was mistaken to be Brian. And the Northport police were watching the home and thought Brian was driving the Mustang home and getting out wearing a ball cap, and it was Roberta Laundrie. It wasn't Brian. And I'm like, how do you not know the difference between a 23-year-old male who's balding to I think his mother's like 55-year-old female with hips and boobs. And she's got short hair and she's been wearing a ball cap every time we see her. But I'm like, how do you mix that up? How far away from the home are you looking? You know, it's like, what? And I just laughed out loud. I'm like, oh my God, like, can this get any more ridiculous or what? I was like, who is in charge of this freak show? Like, what is going on? Are you all on drugs in Northport? I would not want you to be my police department where I live. Like, are you freaking kidding me? You know? And then now the reserves are open, so people are going out to where Brian Laundrie's remains were found, and they found a water bottle and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. It's just, it's crazy. It's really crazy to me. But how can you mistake Brian and it's his mother? I just don't just can anybody help me understand that? Because I don't understand that. And that's how they lost him. They were so confused by who was Roberta and who was Brian. It's very sus, as the kids say. It's sus, as the kids say. It's very sus. It's very sus. I'm trying to find the article on Oh, the notebook too. The fact they found the notebook, I wonder if the notebook's legible to where they could go through it and find something. So, how embarrassing. The investigators even have to release this to the public. First of all, Brian's mother is kind of curvy, and he's not curvy at all. The Northport Police Department spokesperson, Josh Taylor, he's a real tool. You can just tell. He's like, they're built kind of similarly. Case is perfect. What a dick. Would not want that man. Case is perfect. What a dick. Would not want that man working on my missing kids case. What a dick. Um, oh, I hate these pop-up ads. So they saw him drive away from his family home on September 13th in his Ford Mustang. Then, 2 days later, the Mustang returned. We thought that we had seen Brian come back into the home. Police now believe the car had actually been driven back to the home by Laundrie's mother, Roberta. So for 2 days, police believed that Brian was at home for 2 days. So gone 13th to the 15th, then 2 days later, it took them 2 more days to realize the mistake. And I'm just wondering what's going to come of that. Are they even going to do anything about that or what's going to come of it? You know what I mean? So, hi, how are you? So, anyway, and then the lawyer's saying this and the lawyer's saying that. It's just it's ridiculous right now. It's super crazy. I just can't. The whole Brian Laundrie thing's just like, it's gone outer limits. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone. I mean, I don't understand any of it at this point. I really don't. I just can't deal with it. I can't. The ridiculousness of the whole situation. The whole situation. Oh, is Gabby or sorry, is apparently Brian Laundrie's father has been putting out no trespassing signs on his front yard now. This was yesterday. Puts up no trespassing signs in yard. Leave Chris and Roberta alone, says laundry attorney. No trespass. I guess our protesters gonna start to get arrested then. He warns protesters to back off his yard. It is sketch. It's very sketch. I agree. What is the name? High Tarin only. I know, Tracy. A lot of people don't believe that the remains that were found are Brian's. Yeah, I'm not even sure Brian's really dead either. You're not the only one who's thinking like that. Oh, this is old news, the no trespassing signs. Sorry. It takes me a while. This is old news. That's old news. He did that over the weekend. That's old news. God. Someone delivered a bouquet of white roses to the front door. Why is it every time you go on certain websites, you have all these pop-ups? Um, there's a lot happening. Anyway, yeah, Clea Smith case is really sad. I hope she's discovered. I hope she's alive, and I hope that she's okay and she's found because it's just I hate hearing about stuff like that. It's just horrible. It's just it's really sad. Really sad. All right, y'all. Well, if you guys want to talk about more cases, we can. If you have any topic of interest. If not, I'm gonna jump off here and finish up my work, but I wanted to pop on and say hi. I might start a little fire in the wood stove because it's getting really cold now. Like the weather just turned suddenly because it was like 80-degree days, and now it's just like it's gray. That rain's coming, Tracy. It's gray, windy, and blustery. That rain's coming, Tracy. My dad called me yesterday and gave me a weather update about all the rains, like the rains that the Midwest was getting, like where what you're getting, and the rain was coming, and um, I was like, oh wow, oh my gosh, how can all this evidence be found by the police and missed? I know it is. It's like a cover up. It just smells. It smells really bad. It's some kind. It feels like a cover up. Are you suspect of Cleo's parents as well? Yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Um, I might do an I might explore that reading a little bit further. I even thought about um reacting to my own readings. Like putting my reading up on screen and actually critiquing or reacting to my own reading. Because sometimes I'll do readings on here for true crime cases and I'll later will think about the possible other interpretation of something. And I've even thought about reacting to my own readings, like putting a reading up and reacting to my own reading. Maybe I'll do that with the one I just put out, just like reacting to my own reading. Hi, Light and Love. What's up, girl? Hey, family. Yeah, it's gloomy today. It's gloomy today. Blustery. It feels like October. It feels like Halloween's coming. It's kind of spooky outside. It's like spooky, spooky. Hey, Light and Love. What's up, girl? Light and Love. React to my own readings. I thought about doing that. React to my own readings. I should. Because sometimes I'll do these readings for true crime readings, and I'll think back to a certain part of the reading. You like you look back and something sticks in your mind about a certain part of that reading, and you're kind of like, oh, well, it could have been interpreted like this. And because when I sit down and do readings, like so much is coming at me, and I try to like deliver it and sound coherent, and I might do that. You know. Thank you, Light and Love. It's cold today. It's almost November and it's finally getting cold here. We were spoiled. We were spoiled um, up until now. I was wearing flip flops. I was wearing my slides and shorts just a couple of days ago. So we was getting spoiled. I'm in a sweatshirt today. I have a t-shirt on. I've got my leggings on and my hat. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm a little sleepy right now. Um, and it's getting cold. When my woods woman gets home today, I'm going to ask her to gather some wood. Woods woman. She's my woods woman. That's one of her duties. One of her duties. Halloween's in 5 days, y'all. Can you believe it? Halloween's coming. Is anybody going to any Halloween parties? Celebrating Halloween? Doing anything fun? Doing anything magical or witchy or spiritual? Tracy, I'm going to the post office tomorrow and Wednesday, and so things will get mailed out to you tomorrow. Just an update. Just an update. Oh, also, before I jump off here, I was talking about this when I first came on today, but every month, on the first of each month, I hold a prosperity, luck, good fortune group service. And I have 3 spots available. And it's $12.99 for your candle. If you want to join, there's 3 spots available right now. So I have 3 spots left. And so it's inviting prosperity, luck, good fortune for that month. It's also attracting that and bringing that into your life. So if you have a particular focus, situation you want to focus on, or just a general I hold it each month. So you're welcome to join, just letting you know. Want to throw that out there because I really never advertise that on this channel. So now you know. Now you know what's up. What's up with that? Because the first is Monday. I kept thinking that Halloween was Monday, but no, the first is Monday. Oh my gosh. Gotta get on this. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off here and have a good rest of your day. I probably won't make it on tomorrow, and if possible, maybe later this week. I'll try to come on, uh, especially before Halloween comes. So I'll try to come back on and say hello, 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 hello. But I love you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for popping on. Thanks for popping on. And have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are. And I'll come back on soon. Coming back on soon. All right. I love you guys. Make good choices. Good choices. Make good choices. Don't hear voices. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day today. Been on for an hour and 7 minutes. If you're watching this back, thanks for watching. If you're watching now, thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to jump. All right. I love you guys. It's always hard for me to say goodbye to you guys.